think it's not working.
Ah, I see. Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Alright, now you're good. Sorry, I'm messing with you guys. Alright.
I haven't been able to play this game for a couple weeks. I'm super rusty today.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I definitely felt it. But I felt like I was doing a little better the more I played, so
Okay.
you know, it's just got to work out the kinks again.
Yeah, absolutely. Alright, give me 1 second. I will be right back. They are good to go. They can start whenever they're ready. And go ahead and do some solo commentary. I'm just going to use the restroom.
Sure thing. So what's up, everybody? This is Nation here. Let's see, we've got Abaasy and Junuh. Power of Heaven. Alright. Let's see what's going on here. I feel like this is a stage. Really kind of benefits. Now there's some pretty cool stuff. I really haven't played the stage so far today. And you know, I'm liking what I've seen. I played the first version of the strong player. Abaasy has been playing well every time I've seen him turn. Ooh, Abaasy right away with a strong combo. Ooh, tries to read out that clone. Unfortunately, that was just smoke there. The other end. Just have that up there. Smoke. And he goes and gets that.
Alright.
Easy kill.
Yeah, so Abaasy is one of the more aggro Forsburns. His biggest downfall is recovery, but it looks like he's been doing a better job of getting on smoke so he can recover better.
Yeah.
On the other hand, Junuh is one of the more aggro Kraggs, so like we got an aggro battle here.
Which I like.
Yeah.
I'm all about, you know.
High octane.
You know what they say, the best defense is a good offense.
High roctane.
I mean, although somebody should tell that to,
Oh, gets the field goal. Oh, he could have just upbeat away and he was dead.
I know. Just missed opportunities.
Unfortunate, but he's still got this edge guard going. And one
Ooh,
thing that
that's
you
a
want
great
against
block.
Forsburn is an edge guard, and there's the kill. Forward smash for the kill.
I love seeing Kragg throw that rock like just so it's over the edge, so it's like, no, you can't. Let's go. You can't go up. You got to go around the rock.
Yeah, it's a tricky deaky little Rocky. Oh, and that up smash catching him really start hard there, but he dies at 72 because he DI'd the back air poorly. And that's super unfortunate. Junuh was looking to be in control, and one thing that he has noticed against my Forsburn in general is you can die getting hit at 0 as Kragg against Forsburn because you will get comboed to the depths of heaven
Yeah.
and hell.
Well, Kragg is he's kind of.
There it is. That was sneaky.
The minute he was set up on that platform, it was just like begging, like, please,
Yep.
hit me with an aerial.
Exactly.
Wide open. It's like when you see that Tempest peak when the platforms are low,
Yeah.
and someone's sitting there, it's like, please, come towards me, hit me. I'll die at like 30.
And so Junuh was arguably gonna in the driver's seat for that stage, but Abaasy kind of stole it from him with a bad DI and then just a combo to death. And that's what Forsburn does in this matchup. It's like it's so good. But
Just a few basic mistakes, but that's all it takes to cost yourself the game.
yep. But the good news is, for Junuh at least, is there is a total of 5 games potentially in this set. It is a best of 5. First person to 3 games wins. And he's got time to make up for his mistakes. And he's going to his favorite stage, which is Rockwall, home of the Kragg.
Yeah, and so you can definitely, you know, the first game's almost, I don't want to say it's a throwaway, but it can definitely be a because you can definitely come back from 1-0 deficit.
Yes, exactly.
There's not as much pressure in the game, too. Although, if you go down 2-zip, I feel like there's more pressure than going down 1-zip.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's the one thing you lose going down first game in this is you lose the counter pick advantage.
Yep.
But if you don't care too much about the stages, then the counter picks don't really mean too much to you. And right there, Junuh taking the first stock again.
Just throw stuff that up there.
You know, Tempest might be his favorite, but I think honestly, you go to the home with a Kragg. That's got to be his favorite. That's the one he always counter picks against me, but I always ban Rockwall, so that's probably, or I always ban Tempest, so that's probably why.
I don't know. I can't respect the man. Just like Tempest Peak's my favorite stage.
Well, you see, I agree, but it's also Kragg's best stage, so like I get why those filthy degenerates say that they like that stage, but Yeah.
Dirty Kragg mains.
Bad people.
90%, killing you at 30.
Kragg never die.
He's got what? What is it they say? He's got 6 stocks to everybody else's 3.
Yeah, exactly. He just lives. Ooh, ow, and he dies. All right, so Junuh down 2 stocks to 1, and Abaasy's been using the smoke really well against him. He hasn't really had an idea of how to deal with the smoke usage from Abaasy.
Yeah, that's something that, like, if you don't know how to deal with the smoke at all from Forsburn, like,
you're gonna have a bad time.
You're gonna have a really bad time. Like, there's some characters where even if you don't, like, know how to deal with a certain particular part of the moveset, you can still kind of work around that. But if you can't use this, if you can't go around that smoke, Forsburn's just gonna...
He's gonna eat you alive.
Eat you alive.
And one thing I've noticed about Junuh as well is he goes for a down smash as a parry punish way more often than he likely should.
Yeah.
For that, he could have gone a forward smash and killed him at 120 instead of the down smash. But the biggest thing for him right now is to keep his composure, take a breath, and think, how can I fare him until he's dead?
Yeah, how can I just keep throwing out that border? Well, he has Forsburn, he's off the stage. His recovery game's not so strong.
Right, and so
better just take advantage of that.
The way you deal with that is by getting rid of the smoke before you go for the edge guard. So once he's off stage, clear that smoke, wait for him to come back on stage and reset the situation, then he's smokeless.
Smokeless, like chewing tobacco.
Oh boy.
Spits you out.
Alright, this is a great stage for Kragg. Forsburn's like this stage a lot too, but this is arguably Kragg's best non-janky stage.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just so big, and there's a lot of space, and the way the platforms change around a lot gives you a lot of different options as Kragg and neutral. But Tempest Peak, Kragg's best stage overall, but I call that a jank stage, so I'm calling this his real best stage in terms of the character. So this is a good counter pick.
Yep. Well, based off what you just said, I can assume so. I'm not one who's necessarily the most keen on... I only know what stages are good for my characters. I'm not necessarily keen on stages that are good for everybody.
Yeah, and that's one thing that, like, as you go forward, you should definitely work on learning.
Yeah.
Because if you know what the other person wants, you know how to play around it a little bit better. You know how to, like, stop them from getting their favorite stages, too.
Like, I have an idea of what characters will like, just knowing how they play. It can still be tricky.
Yep, exactly. And so Junuh now gets rid of the smoke, and he waits for the roll and goes for a really slow forward smash. Unfortunately, doesn't get it.
Yeah, that's a really hard roll to read. I don't know if I can agree with that. See,
Yeah.
that's a good down smash, because he guaranteed down.
Yeah, exactly.
But I have that same issue sometimes, though, where I parry and I'll throw out those down smashes, and it's one of those things. I feel like it's just a habit, because I know that I shouldn't be doing it.
Right.
But I do it. It's just something you gotta break.
Yeah, it's like in the heat of the moment, sometimes your mind reverts to the first thing you ever did.
Which was down smash.
Yep, exactly. That's what everyone does when they first get a parry. It's always down smash.
Yep.
It covers so much, it's easy to hit. It's a smash attack. You're like, yeah, dude, let's hit him.
But once you get a little bit more in the game, you know where combo starters are. So you're like, okay, I'm parried, I can start a combo for free, rather than just take a cheap smash attack that'll do some damage, but not necessarily kill.
Yo, shoutouts to Ethereal Gates letting that Kragg live on a back air with that DI. Alright, so this is where he's falling, where Junuh's falling, is he needs to understand how to edge guard Forsburn better. Because he's getting into these situations where Forsburn has no more options. He has him in a good spot where he wants them, and then he drops the edge guard. And he would have won this game by now had he understood that edge guard. And so that's something that I'm going to have to just grind out with him as well. It's a pretty common thing. Like, Forsburn's recovery is terrible.
Yep.
It's terrible. But the thing is, if you don't know that it's terrible, you don't know why it's terrible, or you don't know how to play around its badness, then it suddenly becomes really, really good, because how do you deal with this? You don't know.
I try and let you guard Forsburn the way I try and let you guard everybody, at least when I'm playing, which is just I'll just wait for a minute.
That side B took out every one of Abaasy's smoke on the way back. That was pretty cool. But yeah, so like the biggest thing is he's overcommitting to Forsburn by throwing out like charged smash attacks out on his recovery. You want to react to Forsburn.
Yep.
You don't want to be proactive. You want to react to his recovery, and that's the biggest thing.
That's gonna do
So
it.
unfortunately, he will be sent over to loser side, and Abaasy will be fighting me in winners finals. I think we'll have a couple sets before that happens. So stay tuned.